All right, we're almost at the end of this part of the timeline, and this is where everything comes full circle because we've already seen 457 BC, the starting point, AD 27, Jesus begins his ministry, AD 31, the cross right in the middle. But the prophecy doesn't stop there. There's still one final piece left, the last 3.5 years, because the prophecy said the Messiah would confirm the covenant for 1 full week, 7 years total, and we've only accounted for half of it so far. So what about the rest? This is where something important happens. After the cross, Jesus continues his work, but now through his followers. The message doesn't stop, it expands. And according to the prophecy, this final 3.5 year period is still focused on one group, the Jewish nation, God's chosen people at that time. They were given a full 490 years to recognize and accept the Messiah. And this final period is their last opportunity as a nation. So now let's follow the timeline. AD 31, add 3.5 years, and you arrive at AD 34. And this is where something major happens, a turning point, a shift. Because in AD 34, a man named Stephen is stoned, and that moment represents something bigger than just one event. It marks the rejection of the message on a national level, and from that point forward, everything changes. The message of Jesus is no longer focused on just one nation. It goes to the entire world, to every people, every background, everyone. And that's exactly what we see happen in history. The gospel begins to spread outward beyond Israel to the rest of the world, right on time, exactly where the prophecy said it would. So now step back and look at what we've just seen, a 490-year timeline starting in 457 BC, leading to AD 27, Jesus' anointing, AD 31, his death, AD 34, the message going global. All of it connected, all of it precise. And this is where it hit me again, because there's no gap, no missing piece, no part that doesn't fit. It all lines up. And at some point, you have to ask, how does that happen? How does something written centuries before track history this exactly? But here's the thing, this still isn't the end, because remember, the 490 years were just part of a larger timeline, the 2,300 years. So now the question is, what happens after AD 34? Because there's still time left, a lot of it. And where that leads is the final piece of this entire prophecy. So in the next episode, we're going to take the remaining years and follow them all the way to the end. And when you see where it lands, you'll understand why this message matters right now. So before you go, think about this. If this timeline has been this precise so far, what are the chances it suddenly becomes inaccurate? Follow the podcast and let's finish this.